it's also the kind of thing when people say, well, you can't change places like Afghanistan. Going back to Korea, most people don't realize at the end of the Korean War, Afghanistan and Korea had the same per capita GDP, both incredibly poor countries. Things can change, but they can take quite some time. And people in the United States particularly called Afghanistan the forever war. Aren't they forgetting about Korea? The United States had troops in Korea for more than 70 years. And did that war end with a victory? It ended with an armistice and a really nasty North Korean regime that has now nuclear weapons. If you were saying, well, if we can't have victory, we're going to go home, we would have left Korea 50 years ago. But in some ways, this is one of the reasons Afghanistan collapsed. You can hold a situation that's neither a victory nor defeat for quite some time. The question is, can the people that you were supporting, can they change themselves to such an extent that they become self-supporting, self-sustaining? If you look at Korea, you see immediately after the Korean War ended, a number of really nasty military regimes. People say here, the United States is putting democracy in Korea. Look at these military regimes. 50 years later, no, vibrant democracy and a vibrant culture. K-pop, rules the airwaves. I see more film series, Korean film series on Netflix that are incredibly popular that China can't compete with. And China has 1 billion people and 2,000 years of cultural history. So one of the things is always to remember that places do change, but sometimes not on the time scale that we expect.